In the financial sector, recent Bloomberg announcement is creating a stir. They expect that the value of XRP will rise, maybe reaching $60,000. A Bloomberg advisor made this bold assertion, likening XRP to the Bitcoin of the banking industry. Bloomberg's business analysts have given their approval to this theory. We're not just speculating, therefore. There is evidence supporting this from a trustworthy source. Interest in XRP's potential value surged to an astounding $60,000 is growing. This comes after Ripple made public its intention to make XRP the cryptocurrency of choice in the banking sector, much like Bitcoin is in the broader market. These are not rumors or casual comments. A Bloomberg advisor has publicly recognized them on live television. Additionally, it is groundbreaking that Ripple and ISD, the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, just partnered. They want to handle transactions worth an incredible $1.20 quadrillion using the XRP ledger. A base price of roughly $10,000 per XRP could be necessary to handle such quantities. We will examine each of these developments in detail in today's feature-rich movie. In order to join our community, simply hit subscribe, hit like, and enable notifications before we begin. The main topic of today's film is the controversy that Bloomberg has caused by making predictions that XRP might hit an astounding $60,000 in a very short amount of time. We begin with the novel notion that Ripple is forging significant partnerships in the financial and institutional domains. Earlier in this video, we talked about the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, or ISED, and Ripple's bold goal of managing over $1.20 quadrillion. That's just the beginning, though, as we have primarily concentrated on changes in North America and Europe. However, Ripple's influence extends well beyond these domains. We shouldn't overlook Africa, as it is one place where Ripple is making significant strides. In collaboration with Onfric, Ripple hopes to revolutionize cross-border payments in Africa. Africa is not the only continent where this attempt is being made. It will facilitate transactions between Africa and a number of other key places. Imagine seamless cross-border payments between countries in the Gulf Cooperation Council, the United Kingdom, and Australia, as well as within Africa, using Ripple's platform. In today's action-packed film, which centers on the unprecedented level of global financial integration, we're here to investigate all of these intriguing breakthroughs. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating topic. Bloomberg, a well-known source of financial news, has made repeated references to the potential for Bitcoin and, more precise, XRP to surpass Bitcoin. This tale is not brand new. This continues popping up, especially when they mention that XRP costs $60,000. In spite of what some people may think, this is not fresh information. This type of conjecture has been noted before. Bard is confirmation that Forbes, another prominent source of financial news, formerly published an article headlined "The New Bitcoin is XRP and it's headed to $59,472" is a noteworthy example. It's interesting that this article was taken down minutes after it was published. This information is not merely rumors. Several AI systems have verified it, including Chat and GPT. These studies' alignment is very noteworthy. The Bloomberg study and the now defunct Forbes piece both note a similar pattern for XRP, one that makes it more likely that it will not only rival but surpass Bitcoin. This is significant, especially considering that Bitcoin reached a record high of about $60,000. These views from credible financial sources provide an intriguing new perspective to the discussion about XRP's future value. It is essential to look into the root causes of these bold predictions. Why do respectable financial websites like Forbes and Bloomberg expect such a significant rise for XRP, whereas Forbes only mentions it in passing? This is not merely speculation. It's a sign of growing confidence in the digital currency market, and particularly in XRP's potential role in it. Understanding XRP's unique position within the digital currency ecosystem is the key. XRP is developing itself as a platform for international trade, in contrast to Bitcoin, which is often considered a store of wealth and digital gold. Its partnerships and technological advancements are intended to increase the efficiency, affordability, and speed of global transactions. In today's globalized world, when international trade and finance are crucial, this is especially relevant. Additionally, the speed and scalability of XRP's technological foundation, which is supported by Ripple's blockchain technology, helped to mitigate some of Bitcoin's shortcomings. As a result, XRP is a popular option for both private investors and financial institutions looking to streamline their operations. As a result, predictions that XRP will reach or beyond $60,000 are more than just numbers. It serves as evidence of the potential value and impact that XRP could have on the global financial system. It's about seeing XRP as more than just another cryptocurrency, but as a technology that has the potential to transform the financial sector. As we continue to track the evolution of digital currency, it is clear that XRP is a significant player to watch. The combination of viewpoints from Forbes and Bloomberg, along with Ripple's technology advancements and business partnerships, paints a vivid picture of XRP's future. Given the Forbes article about XRP that was rejected by AI verification, it's critical to draw attention to the pattern we're witnessing in the financial media sector. This piece was quickly removed, even though it was only published briefly. This is not an isolated incident. A growing number of innovative articles about cryptocurrencies like XRP are being published by financial news outlets with close connections to industry executives, only to be swiftly removed. The reasons behind these sudden deletions and the silence that followed are questioned. This conduct does not simply happen at Forbes. With the Bloomberg Advisor's XRP statement, we're seeing a same situation. Despite the fact that this information has been broadcast and verified, it appears that a conscious effort is being made to downplay or even silence it. Reports and publications about XRP are being removed from the public light, indicating a trend of repression and secrecy. One can't help but wonder what goes on behind the scenes. Why is it that people are reluctant to keep these discussions about XRP in the open? This is best demonstrated by BlackRock's filing of the XRP Trust ETF. Despite being a significant step, this didn't receive the credit it deserved. The fact that such a big financial institution is supporting XRP ought to garner media attention, yet this trend of silence and retreat is overshadowing it. This technique of erasure and hushing up raises more questions than it does answers. What are the results of these activities? Why is so much work being done to hide these significant developments in the cryptocurrency space, especially with regard to XRP, from the public? It's an interesting development that multiple confirmations regarding BlackRock's involvement with XRP have been suddenly dismissed as false. Even if credible sources, including the news website, have confirmed that a BlackRock advisor filed an XRP ETF Trust Corporation, this remains the case. The evidence was visible to all, yet shortly after, we saw these confirmations revoked. Consider this. First, Bloomberg analyst Eric Blinch stated that BlackRock has a right to register the xrp Trust. Although this was a significant revelation, he then disputed it, saying it was false in a